What's up y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be playing with the newest launch from Gloss Gods. I am super excited about this one. Gloss Gods is a Swedish indie brand that has been on my list of brands to try for a very long time. I've heard nothing but good things about them, but I've just been waiting for that perfect release to pique my interest, and they finally did it. Y'all, look how cute this is. They came out with the Let's Pop collection. This is 6 5-pan monochromatic palettes. They are tiny, they are cute, they are colorful, they are everything that I love, and I'm really excited about this. So in this video, we are going to swatch out each one of these palettes together. I am also going to create a look with each one of these palettes as well. So yes, there will be 6 looks created in this video, but before we do that, let me give you all of the details on this launch. So all of these palettes are currently available on the Gloss Gods website. They retail for $30 a piece, or you can get a bundle of all 6 palettes for $141. But let's do some close-ups of these real quick, and then we will jump into swatches and looks. I will have everything in this collection listed and linked down below in the description box, as well as everything that I use on my face and throughout this video. Per usual, if you're ever curious about anything, always check the description box. I put as much information as I possibly can into that tiny little box that they give us. I will also timestamp out everything in here as well, and it will be done by palette. So we'll do swatches, a look, and then we'll move on to the next one. So that way you don't have to kind of sit through everything. You can jump around, skip around, watch what you want to watch. If you watch everything, I do appreciate it. But let me show you some close-ups, and then we will jump into these swatches and the looks. Up first, we have the Nude Pop palette. We have 2 mattes, 3 shimmers, absolutely beautiful. Very simple color story, but we still love to see it. This is the Peach Pop palette. In this one, we actually have 3 mattes and 2 shimmers. Look at how vibrant and beautiful those are, and I love that we got a deep brown in here. We have the Green Pop palette. Look at this one. 2 mattes, 3 shimmers, absolutely stunning. I'm loving the tones in this palette. We have the Blue Pop palette. This one has 3 mattes and 2 shimmers. My shimmer over here on the end actually came shattered, so I did have to press it back in. So just ignore it if it looks a little bit messy, but look at that shade in the middle. Oh, so beautiful. The Pink Pop palette. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm loving the variancy of all these palettes, but in this one we have 3 mattes and 2 shimmers as well. And last but not least, we have the Purple Pop palette. This one has 3 mattes and 2 shimmers. This is the one I am most excited about. I'm loving the tones in here. I'm loving that lilac shade over here, and the shimmers look absolutely beautiful as well. Okay, so up first we have Let's Pop Nude. This is going to be our, you guessed it, nude palette. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these from left to right. So let's go ahead and get started. So up first, we have this shade right here, which is called Don't Stop. This is a very pretty deep brown shade, very neutral, not too warm tone, not too cool toned. Then we have the shade Pop Shot. This is a very neutral mid-tone brown shade. It does have a little bit of warmth to it, but it's still pretty much on the neutral side. Very beautiful. All right, we have this beautiful multi-chrome shade in the middle. I'm excited about this one. This one is called Pop or Drop, and look at that shade. Absolutely beautiful, very smooth, very reflective, very shifty. Oh, gorgeous. Then we have the shade Popping. This is just a really pretty, like, metallic brown shade. Gorgeous, very smooth. And last in this palette, we have the shade Pop Together. That is a really pretty, like, metallic-y champagne shade. All right, y'all, we are zoomed in. My hair is out of my face and my eyes are already primed. I went in with my MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly. This is my eyeshadow primer of choice. If you've been here, you already know that, but I will be using this one in every single look throughout this whole video. But let's go ahead and kick things off with the Nude Pop palette. I'm really excited about this one. So my goal is to use every single shade in every single palette for all of these looks. That might be an undertaking for some of these because some of these are a little more shimmer heavy, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with this shade right here. This one is called Pop Shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up with a Morphe M504 brush, and I'm just going to sweep this into my crease. I'm gonna kind of do the same technique for every single look, kind of keep it simple. I really just want to test out the formula and showcase the formula and the shadows in all of these palettes. Obviously you can go in and you can mix and match the palettes, create lots of different colorful looks, but I'll probably do that in a future like get ready with me. Maybe I'll do a palette bingo with all of these. That could be fun as well, and maybe some shorts as well. But that went on very nicely. It's not super pigmented, but it is blendable. It is a very neutral brown, but I didn't get any patching, any skipping. I don't have any fallout, and there's not a whole lot of kick up in the pan. So far, so good. I'm liking it. Okay, so up next, I'm gonna go in with this dark brown shade over here. This one is called Don't Stop the Pop. I'm gonna pick that up with a Sigma E54 brush, and I am just going to build up my outer corner, build up that depth, and then we will probably move on to the lower lash line from there. But that is very pretty. I am getting a teeny bit more kick up in the pan with this shade, not a whole lot. Let me show you really quick what I'm talking about. So not a whole lot of kick up. It's not like super powdery or anything like that, but I do always like to point that out for those of you who don't like kick up in your pan, but I'm still not getting any fallout either, and this is building up very nicely. All right, so for my lower lash line, I wanna go in with this like brown metallic shade right here called Popping. Normally I would prime my lower lash line with like some NYX glitter primer since I'm doing a shimmer on my lower lash line. But since I am going to be taking this off and doing several other looks, I'm not going to prime it. I'm just gonna pick this up with a, what is this? A Blend Brushes E44. And I'm gonna put this all along my lower lash line, kind of treating it like a matte, but kind of packing it on a little bit as well. Let's do some shimmer on this lid. So we're gonna do this one right here, which is called Pop or Drop, all over my lid. And then I'm gonna do this one on the inner corner. It is a little deeper than what I would normally go for, but like I said, I wanna use every single shade in all of these palettes. So I did already go ahead and prime my eye with my NYX glitter primer so I can make sure that this shimmer has the most potential to stick and pop on the lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that shade Pop or Drop on my finger. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. And we're gonna put this all over the lid. Holy smokes. I know y'all have already seen the swatches of this, but I have not even touched this palette yet, and look at how stunning that is. Oh my gosh, it is so soft. It does look like it's gonna pick up a little bit chunky and kind of accentuate texture on the lid, but it goes on very, very smooth. I'm not having that issue. I'm not getting any fallout. This looks beautiful. Oh, I love this shade. All right, so I'm just taking that brown shimmer shade called Popping that I put on my lower lash line, and I'm putting it right where that matte and that shimmer meet, just so I have a nice blend out here. And look at how beautiful that is. Look at how that shimmer changed whenever I put that on there. Like, it really picked up some of those other tones in that shade. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's do the inner corner really quick. So with a Singe Beauty EO1 brush, I'm gonna pick up that last shade that we have in this palette. This is called Pop Together, and I'm gonna put this on my inner corner. So I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus if it's open. There we go. And we're gonna pop this on the inner corner. Well, that's not as dark as I thought it was gonna be. That looks really pretty. All right, y'all, so that's going to complete our look with the nude eyeshadow palette in this collection. I love the way this turned out. I know it's a neutral eyeshadow look, but that shimmer on the lid is absolutely stunning. I'm hoping that y'all can see all the shifts on camera. If not, it's absolutely beautiful in person. You're just gonna have to trust me on that one. But to finish off this look, I did go in with a Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liner in the shade Cinnamon in my lower waterline, and I just kind of tight lined my lid as well. And then I finished it off with my YSL Lash Class mascara. I think I'm gonna keep all the finishing touches in these looks very simple. That way they're easy for me to remove and just kind of pop between all these looks. But let's go ahead and move on to our next palette. Up next we have the Peach Let's Pop palette. This one is going to have our 3 mattes and 2 shimmers in this one. So again, I'm going to just swatch these from left to right. So up first we have Pop On Over. This is going to be a really pretty warm tone brown. Absolutely stunning. Love that shade. Then we have the shade Pop Off. Look at how bright and vibrant and neon that shade is. Absolutely stunning. Up next we have this beautiful shimmer in the middle. This is called Pop Out. This is going to be a very, very beautiful multi-chrome. Look at the shifts in there. All right, this is the shade Lollipop. That one's not swatching the best, is it? But it still looks beautiful. And last but not least, we have Pop Quiz down over here. And oh my gosh, how gorgeous is that one? Oh, so, so beautiful. Alright, so up next we have the Peach Pop palette. This one is so, so pretty. These 2 shimmers are absolutely beautiful, but this shade right here is so neon and so vibrant. Like the lights and the camera are washing it out, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do these 2 shades on my outer corner, this on the inner corner, and then somehow these 2 on the lid. I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and start with this shade right here. This one is called Pop Off. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one up with a Singe Beauty EO3 brush. And per usual, just put this one into my crease. There's a lot of kick up in the pan with this one. I will show y'all in just a minute. But that is beautiful. So let me show you what my pan looks like after dipping into it. You can see all that kick up in the pan, but I'm not getting any fallout, so that's good. Okay, so with a Singe Beauty EO4 brush, I'm going to pick up this deep brown shade over here, which is called Pop On Over. And I'm going to put this into my outer corner, building up that depth, a little bit of drama, just a little bit of like tonal difference. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do with this bright neon orange over here, instead of putting it on my inner corner, I'm gonna put it on my lower lash line because I really wanna put this, I think, on my inner corner and this all over my lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that shade, which is called Lollipop, with a Singe Beauty EO5 brush. And I'm just gonna put this one all over my lower lash line. I am still getting a lot of kick up in the pan with these, but like I said, I'm not getting really any fallout. Even going in with a large amount of shadow on my brush on my lower lash line, I'm still not getting fallout. All right, let's go ahead and move on to shimmers on the lid. So I think I'm gonna do a majority of my lid with this one right here, but I am gonna leave some space for this shade to go in on the inner portion of my lid and my inner corner as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the shade, which is called Pop Pop. It's that middle shimmer right here. Holy smokes, these are absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna put this one all over my lid to about right there, and then I'll go in with that other shade. But look at how beautiful that is. It's like the most pretty, like, multi-chrome. It's got like an orange to a peach to a yellow flip. Absolutely beautiful, super smooth. Love it. All right, so next I'm gonna pick up that last shimmer that we have in the palette. This one is called Pop Quiz, and I'm gonna put this one right here on this tiny little inner portion of my lid, and then I'm gonna go back and put it on my inner corner as well. All right, so I just went ahead and picked that same shade, which is called Pop Quiz, up on a Singe Beauty EO1 brush. I'm going to spray it with my MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to pop it into the rest of my inner corner and the rest of my lid over here, just because my fingers won't quite fit in there and it gets a little messy, but oh, it is so, so beautiful. All right, y'all, so that's going to complete our look with the Peach Pop palette. I absolutely really like the way this one turned out too. This one is giving me Gourmand Girls Peach Perfect vibes. So if you like that palette but you weren't too fond of the greens in there, this one could be a really good alternative for it. But the shimmers in this are so beautiful. Those flips, those undertones, how smooth they are. These are gorgeous. But to finish off this look, I did go in with a ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Peach Fuzz, and then I went in with my same YSL Lash Clash mascara in the shade Brown. But we still have 4 more looks to do, so let me go ahead and remove both of these and we will move on to our next palette. We have the Green Pop palette. Absolutely beautiful yet again. 2 mattes, 3 shimmers. Let's swatch this one out. Starting with Pop to the Top, this absolutely gorgeous deep forest green shade. Oh, so pretty. Then we have Pop Up, which is this really pretty like pastel mint green. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I love that shade. Next we have the shade Popular. This one is beautiful. Like, look at that. Oh, so, so pretty. The reflect in these is stunning. We have the shade Pop to It. That is like a really pretty lime green shimmer. I love that one so much. And last but not least in this palette, we have the shade Pop Open. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous, is that a multi-chrome or a duochrome? I think that might be a multi-chrome. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong on some of these, but still it's beautiful. The Green Pop palette. Let's go ahead and create our look. So for this one we have 2 mattes, 3 shimmers, so I think we're going to do something very similar to what we did with the Nude Pop palette. So I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to start with the darker shade this time. This one is called Pop to the Top. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up with a Singe Beauty EO6 brush, and I'm going to put this into my outer corner. A little bit of kick up in the pan, not a whole lot, not like we had in the Peach Pop palette, but a little bit more than what we had in the Nude Pop palette. But look at that shade. That is so beautiful. Still no fallout. There is a little bit right here. Ignore that. That kind of hit my cheek whenever I was taking off the previous look that I had on. That does not fall out from the palette. I just wanted to point that out real quick, but that is a beautiful green shade. All right, so next I'm gonna take that same brush, I just wiped it off, and we're gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Pop Up. And I'm gonna put that all over the rest of my crease, just kind of pressing and blending at the same time. And then whenever I get over here to where this green is, I'm just gonna kind of press along the edges and then very lightly blend. I don't wanna lose any of that pigmentation, but I just want everything to blend together really nicely. We've seen how these shades kind of work going from lightest to darkest. I wanna see how they stack up on top of each other going from darkest to lightest. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and do the lower lash line. So for the lower lash line, I want to do this shade right here. Like I said, very similar to what we did in our first look with the Nude palette. This one is called Pop to It. So I'm going to pick that up with my Blade Brushes E44 brush, and I'm going to put this along my lower lash line. I'm so sorry if you can hear my little dog Brody barking in the background. He's been in a couple of videos. He kind of usually hangs out outside of my room. He is a miniature dachshund and he gets a little bit rowdy in the evenings, and it is later when I'm filming this because this actually came today and I was really excited to film with it. So I apologize if you can hear him with his little attitude bark that he's going on, but it is what it is. That is a gorgeous shade. All right, so we've got 2 shades left to play with in this palette. I think what I want to do is kind of like a half and half on my lid. So I want to do this one on a majority of my lid and then this one on the rest of it and the inner corner. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up that first shade, which is called Pop Open, on my finger. These just blow me away. Every single time I pick them up, they're more interesting on my finger than they look in the palette. Like, they're very deceiving, but look at how beautiful that is. So reflective, shifty, smooth. Oh, it's a dream. All right, so with my Singe Beauty EO1 brush, per usual, I went ahead and picked up that middle shimmer shade called Popular, and I sprayed it with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm gonna put this on the rest of my lid and over into my inner corner. Wow. That is a stunning, stunning shade. And that's going to complete our look with the Green Pop palette. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's my favorite so far. That middle shade Popular, which is the one that I have on the inner portion and inner corner of my lid, stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, y'all, the shimmers are where it's at with these. Okay, to finish off this look, I went in with a ColourPop Cream Gel Liner Multi-Chrome. This one is in the shade Wild Idea, and then I still had on some of my YSL Lash Clash mascara, so I just threw on a little bit more. But let's go ahead and move on to our 4th palette. The Blue Pop palette. Look at how pretty this is. That shade in the middle is so, so beautiful. Again, left to right with the swatches. Let's start back here with the shade Pop of Genius. Wow. Now this is a matte shade. It might look like it has a little bit of sparkle in it because this is the one that has the shade that came broken. So there is a little bit of that sparkle in some of these other shades, but this is a matte blue. Next we have this beautiful pastel blue. This one is called Pop You. And look at that. Gorgeous. All right, up next is Pop Eyes. This is the beautiful multi-chrome shimmer in the middle. Like, how gorgeous is this shade? I am so excited about this one. Holy smokes, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. All right, next we have the shade Pop Away. This is a beautiful, vibrant, like indigo blue. Stunning. Love that shade, so bright and vibrant. And last in this palette, we have this one down here, which is called I Wanna Pop. This one's gonna be very loose because it was broken, but look at that shade. Like, how gorgeous and iridescent is that shade? I love the tones in this palette. All right, here we go. We are going to play with the Blue Pop palette if I can get it open. Now this is the one that the shade came shattered, so I have already seen what it looks like. It is absolutely stunning. I'm so excited about that one. But this one we have 3 mattes and 2 shimmers again. So I think what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna do these 2 on the lid and this on the lower lash line, and then a combination of these 2 for the shimmers on my lid and my inner corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this shade right here, which is called Pop Away. And I'm going to pick that up with a, if I can find my brush, here we go, a Sigma E54 brush. My hair is like all kinds of flyaway today. So I'm gonna pick that up and we're gonna put this right here on the outer corner. That is a bright and vibrant, like indigo blue. Like, oh, so good. All right, so same Sigma E54 brush. I just wiped it off. I'm gonna go into this lighter blue shade, which is called Pop You, and I'm gonna do the same, like similar technique that I did in this look over here. I'm just gonna start to press it on my crease, bringing it over to my inner corner, but not in my inner corner, and then just kind of press it and blend it along the edge of that first shade that I did. How beautiful that is. Oh. All right, let's go ahead and do our lower lash line. So with a Game Beauty EO8 brush, I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Pop of Genius. I love that. has a little bit of shimmer from that shade that was shattered, but it is a matte shade. I'm gonna go ahead and smudge this along my lower lash line. And then I think I'm gonna go back with that Pop U shade, that light blue. And I'm gonna kind of, I'm losing words, y'all. It is late. It is very late at night. I'm going to blend it out with that. That's the word that I'm looking for. Never mind me. It's fine. All right, so I'm just going in with that shade Pop of You on that same brush that I used for it, and I am just going right along the edge of that shade called Pop of Genius, just to kind of blend everything out, soften it just a little bit so nothing is harsh. All right, so for the lid, for the shimmers, I'm gonna do very similar to what I did over here. So I'm gonna do this on a majority of my lid, and then I'm gonna do this one on like the inner half and corner of my lid as well. So we're gonna start with Pop Eyes, the one in the middle. Pick that up on my finger. I'm sure it's going to look absolutely beautiful when I do. Yep, look at that, absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. All right, Sigma EO1 brush. This little thing is gonna be so tired by the end of this video. MAC Fix Plus with that lighter blue shade called I Wanna Pop, I think is what it's called. Yes, I Wanna Pop. And we're gonna put this on the inner portion of my lid and right into my inner corner. All right, so fourth look is complete with our blue pop palette. This one turned out absolutely beautiful as well. I'm running out of words to describe these looks. They are all just so beautiful, so shifty, so smooth, and just very reflective on the lid. But to finish off this look, I went in with a ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Prince in my lower waterline. And then again, I threw on some more of my YSL Lash Clash in the brown shade. Normally, I probably would have done a black mascara with this look, but I already had some on, so I just went ahead and completed it. But I'm loving both of these looks as well, but we have 2 more palettes to play with. So let's go ahead and take all of this off and come back for our 5th and 6th look. We have the pink palette. Again, 3 mattes, 2 shimmers. Oh, I love that bright, vibrant pink in here. Okay, let's swatch this one out. So we have the shade Pop Culture. Oh, look at that beautiful, like, raspberry shade. So pretty. This is the shade Pop It. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous neon pink. The camera is really kind of washing that out a little bit, but it is very bright, very vibrant, very pretty. All right, we have the shade Pop Star. Oh, this one is so pretty. Look at that. These shimmers are stunning. We have Soda Pop, this really pretty pastel pink shade. And lastly, for this palette, we have the shade Keep Popping. Whew. Gorgeous. All right, let's play with Pink Pop. So again, we have 3 mattes, 2 shimmers. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with this shade right here, which is called Pop Culture. And I'm gonna put this into my outer corner and kind of wrap it onto my lower lash line as well. So I'm gonna pick this up with a Sigma X Kristen Dominique eye and nose contour brush. I really like this one for the outer corner. And I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, so it's not as dark on the eye as it looks in the pan, but let's see what it builds up to. I like it though. I really like that tone of it though. It's beautiful. It's like a raspberry shade. All right, so I'm taking that onto my lower lash line. I'm just gonna kind of mimic what I have going on up here, but I love that shade. I am really enjoying it. It's fairly unique. Like, you wouldn't think it is, but I don't think I have a whole lot of like this specific shade in my collection. I could be wrong though. All right, so with that same brush, I just wiped it off really good. I'm gonna go into this neon pink shade, which is called Pop It. And I'm just gonna kind of line it up right next to that shade that we just put down and bring it over, not quite all the way to my inner corner because I wanna use that last matte over there. Oof, so pretty. I'm also going to go right along the edge of that first shade that I put down, and I'm going to mimic it onto my lower lash line as well. Okay, so next we're going to go into this really light pastel pink shade, which is called Soda Pop. I'm going to pick this up with a Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to pop this into the rest of my inner corner and kind of pop it or wrap it around to my lower lash line. All right, let's go ahead and do our shimmers. So I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is called Pop Star, and I'm gonna put that one all over my lid, and then I'm gonna take this last shade called Keep Popping, and I'm gonna put that one onto my inner corner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up the shade Pop Star on my finger, absolutely gorgeous, and put this all over my lid. Like, how beautiful is that? Oh, I love that. All right, so pulling back out my Singe Beauty EO1 brush yet again. She's still got one more look to go through, but I'm gonna go into this shade called Keep Popping. I am going to spray it per usual with my MAC Fix Plus, and then we're gonna pop this one onto my inner corner and finish up this look. And this is our finished pink look. I really like this one. That dark shade that I put in the outer corner really took me for surprise. I was expecting it to be more on like the brown side of things, but it's this really pretty raspberry shade. I absolutely love it. And again, the shimmers in here are smooth. They are reflective, just absolutely beautiful. But to finish off this look, I did go in with a NYX Epic Wear liner in the shade Pink Spirit, and then just threw on some more of my YSL Lash Clash mascara in the brown shade. But we have one more palette, one more look. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And lastly, we have the purple palette. This one is the one I am so excited about. Look at those purples, look at those tones. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, up first we have the shade Ready, Set, Pop. This is going to, well, one, make a mess on my arm, but it's an absolutely beautiful, like, grape purple shade. We have the shade Pop Me, which is a very vibrant lavender, like almost a pink at this point. It's so vibrant. We have Let's Pop. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is stunning. We have our lavender shade called Pop Art. That's pretty. And then last but not least, we have this shimmer down here called Make It Pop. All right, y'all, saving my absolute favorite for last. This is the Purple Pop palette. She's beautiful. I love purple eyeshadows. If you're new here, hello. I love purple eyeshadows. I have an addiction to them, and I'm really excited about this one. So I think we're gonna do something extremely similar to what we just did in the Pink Pop palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this shade right here, which is called Ready, Set, Pop. So I'm running out of clean brushes over here. Which one do we want to use? Okay, we're gonna go in with a Sigma E24 brush. She is clean, she's just a little bit stained. So I'm gonna pick up that shade Ready, Set, Pop, take off my Katie hair, and we're gonna put this into my outer corner. Oh, that's like a grape purple. Stunning. I'm just wrapping this shade around onto my lower lash line, keeping it very cohesive with my lid. All right, so same brush, I just cleaned it off really good. We're gonna go into this really pretty lilac shade called Pop Art, and I'm gonna place this one right next to that first shade that I put down in my crease, and then I'm gonna also kind of blend out the edges with this as well. All right, with a Singe Beauty EO2 brush, I'm gonna go into this last matte shade that we have right here. This one is called Pop Me, and I'm gonna pop this into my inner corner, wrap it around, meet it up with my lower lash line, and meet it up in the crease with that second shade called Pop Art that we put down. All right, let's throw these last two shimmers on this lid and we will be done. So we're gonna take the shade Let's Pop right here and put it on my lid, and then we're gonna take Make It Pop and put it on the inner portion of my lid. I'm not gonna bring it into my inner corner. I'm gonna leave that matte since this is a little bit darker, but let's go ahead and pick up the shade Let's Pop. I'm really excited about this one. Oh my gosh, it has this absolutely beautiful, like, blurple to pink flip to it. Oh, so pretty. I'm gonna take it and put it about to right there. And last, I'm gonna take my trusty little Singe Beauty EO1 brush. Love this thing so much. I need more of them. I'm gonna go into the shade Make It Pop, and I'm gonna spray it with my MAC Fix Plus. You already know it. And we're gonna pop this on the inner portion of my lid, but I'm going to avoid my inner corner. Like I said, I am getting a little bit of fallout with this one, but I did go in pretty heavy-handed. I think that was kind of my fault. I didn't go in that heavy with the other ones. Oh, that is gorgeous. All right, y'all, and there we have it, our sixth and final look finished with the Purple Pop palette. This is a favorite. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. The purples in here are beautiful. That shimmer on the lid, breathtaking, just as the rest of them were. But let me show you what I used to finish off this look, and then we can close out this video. So I did go into my lower waterline with an Odin's Eye Solmane gel liner. This is in the shade 008. It will be linked down below in the description box. And then of course I threw on some more of my YSL Lash Clash mascara. I'm a broken record at this point, but let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit and chat about all these palettes. All right, y'all, so there we have it. 6 palettes, 6 different looks. We used all 30 shades to create these looks, and I love it. I had so much fun doing this. All of these eyeshadow looks turned out absolutely beautiful, and I think this collection is a hit. I think it's absolutely adorable. I am so happy I finally got to try Gloss Gods for the first time, but I'm also so upset that I've been sleeping on this brand for as long as I have, but I think these palettes are adorable. Is this anything innovative and new? No. We've seen small monochromatic palettes before, but the formula in these is what makes these so good and so unique. So first of all, the mattes in these palettes are absolutely beautiful. They are buttery soft to the touch. They go on beautifully. They blend out perfectly. I didn't have any patching, any skipping. The pigmentation built up really well, and no fallout either. We did get a ton of kick up in the pan, but it didn't translate to the lid, so I'm okay with that. But what really does it for me in these palettes is the shimmers. They are stunning. They are so shifty and reflective and smooth and just beautiful on the lid. I love them so much. We'll see how wear time works as far as creasing goes. I'm hoping we don't have any. I will let y'all know in a future speed reviews video. It is already almost 10 o'clock at night, so I'm not going to be able to wear these looks for very long, but these are beautiful. I had a lot of fun with this. I think this collection is beautiful. I think whether you pick up one palette, all of the palettes, or just a few, I don't think you would be disappointed at all. But let me know all of your thoughts down below. I want to hear from you. What was your favorite look? What was your favorite palette? Did you pick these up? If you have tried Gloss Gods before, what is your favorite palette from the brand? I want to know it all. Let's have that conversation, light up that comment section, and as usual, I want to thank you all so much for watching my video and spending your time with me. It truly does mean so much to me. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so that you can be notified of all my future posts here on my channel. I do post quite a few videos every single week, and I wouldn't want you to miss one. But until my next video, have a good one. Bye.